All right. Well, good evening and welcome. We've got ourselves we've got Alan Wake 2 here. This is just the title screen as far as I know. Already did the brightness settings, subtitles, that sort of thing. I like how they put all that at the start now, but yeah, it's been quite a few years. So let's go. Okay, pretty straightforward. All of our stuff has been tweaked already, so yeah. I think we're gonna go with normal. That seems straightforward enough.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Okay, so all right, yeah. Can't figure out who this guy is, but all right. I think I'm going the right way. Honestly, kind of tough to tell. Okay. the hell happened to Alan Wake? Oh, good to know I can run. Love being told that. Am I going to be made to do so, or... Oh, it ain't much of a run. Okay, well, we'll do it anyway. Oh, right. That's not exactly a good idea. Great. Our fresh new protagonist he ain't doing so well.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up.
Huh.
Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Return 1?
Worth memorizing before we get swallowed up by the trees.
I should take a look at that map.
Yeah, we're gonna look at it, don't worry. Oh, that is our map.
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Alright. That's like a proper map. Okay, alright, well, it's Cauldron Lake, so it must be Bright Falls still. After all this time. You know, I mean, I could talk about Alan Wake 1 and, you know, the DLC and American Nightmare, but I'll try to keep that dialogue light for a bit just because I have no idea. Yeah, I got no idea where this is going so far. This is already... something's off.
Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell them I'm here, waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
All right, well, thank you, silly caricature policeman.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
A mind place.
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board.
All right. Huh. It is just like a mind palace. Very neat. Okay.
Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Okay. Can analyze clues, progress investigations. All right. Right. Okay. So Cauldron Lake murders. Occurring around Bright Falls. Find the connections will help search for killer. Okay. All were reported missing in 2010. Not exactly sure off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure that might be when the events of the first game probably went down. Dead Lane, stab wounds, bloating, bruising on the wrists. Wendy Davis, also bloated, large chest wound. Percy Wolf, store owner, heart removed, strange tattoos. So there's bloating as a possible commonality. Our starter friend, maybe Percy Wolf, he decided to be maybe the guy coming out of the lake that we got to control for a bit there. So my guess is they all went missing in 2010 as a result of the events of the first game, and for some reason they're coming back out of the lake. Bruising on the wrists and legs. Yep, the heart's taken out. But the bloating's common, of course. Alright, yep. Post-mortem tattooing. An animal butchery used to open up the heart, so, okay. Local hunters, driven mad. But they're clearly going after folks that were involved. Oh, and we can check our map too. That's nice. Like what a comfy sweater too. Like I like how it's like I'm gonna go in my mind palace. I'm not wearing my work garb. I'm gonna just wear what I feel. Oh, cool. And we'll still get to maintain our map location. All right. Well,
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started.
um,
Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
that's a really interesting bit.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Literally be working a case and get just blindsided. I mean, I guess like it wouldn't really be pausing, but now it's like we're in character in our own little head trying to
Hey,
figure things
Casey.
out.
You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Yeah, no, this feels fishy already. I mean, like there's the obvious bits with the ritualistic murders of folks who may be coming out of
Stairs
the
are out.
lake.
You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
But okay, hear me out. It's probably some meta stuff, right? I mean, quirky character, like one quirky character. I'm not okay. It's only one to go off of, but like the FBI showing up in like creepy town, some odd stuff's going on. And Alex Casey is a. I know that name. Well, and not that I know it rings a bell, but it also sounds hokey as hell. And since this is a game that Remedy's made, like that's just Sam Lake's face. If I remember right, because he modeled for Max Payne like way back in the day. Mighty Mountain in the distance is no other than Mirror Peak, the iconic landmark overlooking Cauldron Lake. From the right angle, its beauty will be reflected on the calm surface of the lake, mirrored in all its inverted glory. Like, see, stuff like that. That just feels like a plot point thing. That's not. What is it? It's not going to come up for a while. It's just like really obvious foreshadowing, like telegraphing of it. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased a little bit coming into this because I remember the original Alan Wake, and I've played a bunch of Remedy's library. I played Control over again recently to play the DLC for the Alan Wake bit in there. It's this game has been a long time
Not a
coming,
bad
and so
place
it's
to
like I'm
get
expecting
murdered.
that.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
I mean, like every word that comes out of this guy's mouth is like the tropiest thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
I mean, maybe I'm overreading it a little bit. Maybe it's like, okay, it's just giving off like a Twin Peaksy kind of thing. But I don't know.
Yeah, but there, can I make it, Mulligan?
It's gorgeous though. This game's just like fucking pretty as hell.
Hey!
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you. So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thornton, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. Now he didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay. Let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders? Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
Okay. Key image can be selected with that placed on the case board.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
So this is the fourth murder then. Okay. Cool. So we now would just have to explore our case a bit. Oh, it overwrites the previous stuff. Okay. Anything here? Okay. Alright, what if I re-access it? Does it just go to like our current case board? It might reset or change based on... They called it Return 1, but I'm guessing that's the chapter, right? That makes sense. So, Yeah, let's do some investigating.
Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down.
And then there's a hole, no heart
Inside
bit.
stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed. The killer left the heart right next to the body.
Or just, are we gonna acknowledge the bloating as well, or? Nope, okay. Alive when restrained, yep. And the murder was interrupted because the city folk decided to show.
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Alright. We've unlocked a deduction, advanced investigation. Cool. Now we get to learn about the victim, the killer, and how the interruption could give us new information on the case. Cool, cool, cool.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
Info in the dumpster? Nope. Nope.
Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting.
Anything else about here? Nothing, nothing, nothing. Some gas cans, not that important apparently. Anything that Thornton would know?
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Wait a minute. That... Is that? I mean, with the bloating... See, now the names are really starting to become more like Alex Casey, Robert Nightingale. I didn't replay the first game, but now... Alex Casey wasn't in the first game, but the name reminds me of something. But Nightingale, I could have sworn was the FBI agent in the first game. Trying to tail Alan Wake? Like, trying to figure out, like, oh, did you kill these people? Something, something. Something like that. Because, like, it's not just the name. It's kind of like... The face is similar based on the photo here, but the thing is that the game looks so much different now because of the graphical improvements over the years. It's kind of like throwing me off a little bit. He's been in the lake.
Boot prints indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
For later. Oh, okay. Probably not a crime of passion, but definitely premeditated. Wait, what am I still missing? Learn more about the victim and the killer?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
There's something else. What does Casey know?
So you knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Okay.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here.
I bet there's more to that story.
But no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
Alright, I think we got what we need. It might be everything for now. Oh. Wait, that's funny. I can swap into the mind. I can, like, tune out people. That's great. Oh, it reminds me of my work.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Yep, and this definitely was not spontaneous. They were waiting, probably knew exactly where the victim would show up somehow. The tripod is a bit odd, though. Would they film it?
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Interesting. This gameplay mechanic shows a ton of promise. I'm interested for sure.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake, before his murder.
But how would you... Okay, there's profiling, but how would you know that?
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. and Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
You know what? We'll take it. I mean, we'll say genius detective, and we'll just take it at face value there until we learn more.
This mug always cheers me up.
That was a pretty solid mug. I guess we'll get like new little curios and stuff throughout the place. Oh, yep, like that one.
The Mile High Strangler case. Proud of that one.
Anything else we can learn about our... Because, yeah, I don't remember this character. Saga's new.
Mom may be gone, but whenever I read this, I feel like she's still here.
It's important that Logan grows up seeing you do what you love and what you're great at. Okay. Oh, just inspirational. Parent talking to a parent.
Miss you, kiddo. I'll be home soon. If only the rest of the Bureau knew what a softy Casey is. My first ever prank on Casey. A true classic.
God. I've never seen anyone actually prank somebody with the screw in the salt top off, but man, I kind of want to see it happen. I don't want to be the one to do it, but I want to see it occur. That's some Wild Turkey. Sorry, not Wild Turkey, Wild Valley. But yeah, decent taste. I mean, this is a cozy mine palace / mine place. I'm guessing we can't do anything with this door. Oh, that's cool. Okay, actually, that's great. I like that feature a lot. Screw using the button to like exit. I'm just gonna go walk out the door. All right. Oh crap. We needed to use the. I don't know. I'm a stickler for the details, and that's the only real exit. Okay, so. All right. Well, good to know. I'm guessing we're gonna be using this a lot. So, let's see what we've got next. Find evidence.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Okay, well, I'll just wait here.
Oh, yeah, okay, I get it. Call me out now. I know I should have used the
Hunches,
door.
Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though.
Huh. Feel like I'll be taking quite a screenshot or two.
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
Cool. Are we gonna take it? There we go.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading the words. These words felt like a message. Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept, even if they knew it would end up hurting them?
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. I should profile Nightingale about this page.
So the boulder... Huh. This is getting good. Alright, let's figure out some stuff. Oh, okay, that's where we read our fun little pages.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths. Secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here. What they were doing. Someone playing a game with them. Leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them. Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
Oh, that's good. And it even goes into further depth. Love it. Okay.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Alright. Let's add it to the case board then.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense. Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
Okay. Now to use the door, like I said I would. You happy, guys? You happy? Alright.
I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
There's my fun little run.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
Are we... Okay, I know we're going back to the body, but, like... We're passing, like, a ton of side paths, too, and I kind of want to give them a quick check. Let's, You know what? No, screw it. I'm just going to experiment. Let's see what happens.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Oh, okay, cool. We are just allowed to do this. Good.
They left a lot of garbage. Not the fastidious type.
Who exactly? I mean, it's just a random building. Some suspicious activity spotted. The fielder thought he saw movement in the bushes. Footprints on the area were found, but some were compromised by the fielder. Self-trained the fielder. Nothing to report. Some animals. Hunters out after dark. Poachers heard gunshots. Not one of ours. Got to keep an eye on these people. They get more than they bargained for out there. Interesting.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
Whoever was here is not, well, maybe not related to the other situation.
I think
I
I
had this-
saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
Okay. She's saying it like just a tad too often. I'm a little worried that I'm like crossing like a barrier on accident or something and causing things. It's just the witch's hut. Just I kind of should just take a look. Although this map's so big, I feel like we'll also be getting to a lot of these areas naturally. I don't know. Let me go back and we'll just progress and see where this takes us. But yeah, I still think like this is all shady as all hell. I mean, a lot of it's on the nose, but it's also
Did you get lost,
not.
Anderson?
Hey, you made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Okay.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Right.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
It's like half reality and half cop drama. But this is a weird situation to compare it to because this is a game. It's entertainment. Of course, there's going to be writing tropes and things like that.
I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
Unless it's like that's kind of the intent too.
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective.
I fucking knew it.
He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
Oh my god. Damn it, I knew it. Okay. Okay, yeah. We're all in this together, hero. Have a heroic day. Fragments of a manuscript. I'm sorry? Okay, we have weapon upgrades, sure. Sure. Alright. Well, that was worth, like, turning a corner. Shit. Can't open that up. Alright. So, Alex Casey is also the fake detective. That's it's Alan Wake's novels, right? The Alex Casey books.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod? For a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
You okay, Alex? Took a tumble? Oh, God.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
All right. Saga and Alex on the
I can't
case.
get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
He can't be real. Right? Like, it's like, okay, yeah, it's definitely reality and not at the same time. This is...
How much coffee have you had today, Charlie?
Don't know, don't care. How much have you had? Not enough. That's how much. Never enough coffee. Oh, that rich, bittersweet nectar. Get it in Coffee World. Get it where you can. Get it now.
Jesus, Charlie.
Okay. Coffee World does sound like a fun place, though.
Oh dear. Cute.
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Brinker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Culver Lake was fenced off.
I'm gonna guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Ah, damn.
Can't believe that happened. I still feel like I'm gonna be sick.
How's the pie? I'll take it right.
Coconut. Huh. This is a comfy diner, all things considered.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found out. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
Okay, they didn't tell us everything, but let's do a little bit of profiling.
The cult of the tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists.
Okay, so yeah, no, that's not just profiling. That's some psychic shit. But alright, you know what? Psychic detectives, that's also a thing people write about.
The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with a murder. They were telling the truth.
Okay, well, let's get that necklace from them. We'll use our handy-dandy cutaway door.
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Yeah, even the characters are referencing how the hell did you know that?
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing dear friends.
Oh, God. Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me. I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl? She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember. How do you know I have a daughter? Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time. No. You're mistaking me for someone else. If you say so.
Huh. The fuck is going on?
All set. My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. And Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Nice. More map. More map. Huh. Oh, hey, Valhalla Nursing Home. Yeah, alright. We got some locations I remember. Man, this is so weird.
I'll be right with you, sir.
Yep. Just here to pay my ticket. Whenever you're ready to take my money. No speeding happening here, I see.
Sir, some patience, please.
I guess, well, I don't know if weird's the way to describe it. Like,
It
coming
won't open.
coming back to like a game. Okay, it's not often you play the sequel to something and it actively acknowledges how many years it's been. Okay. I guess we're not gonna hear this guy's. Yeah, okay. He probably did shit. Okay. Oh, hey. I know one of you is stealing the toilet paper. I've been counting them, and there's an entire roll missing every day from stock. Theft is taken seriously around here. It's a sheriff's station, for Pete's sake. One of these days I'm going to catch you red-handed, and you better believe you're getting thrown out. What a disgrace you are. What kind of nut counts paper down? Okay, yeah. Sure. You wouldn't have to know about the paper thief. But like coming back to a game's sequel that is just gonna tell you, hey, yeah, it's been exactly this many years since you played the first one, and everything else still ages. I don't know. It's a little weird. I don't know if it's just me.
The investigation is being taken over by the federal agents. Sheriff Breaker wants us to cooperate fully.
Aye, ma'am.
I'm being serious, Nelson.
Files. What? We got gear now. Oh, I called it with the triangle button there. All right.
I don't know about you folks, but I don't care for all these gruesome murders and whatnot right here in our wholesome little town. It's not what I signed up for.
This line of work is not for the
It's
faint
like
of heart.
Faint of... Oh.
Yeah, it's like it's not Resident Evil 4, you know, like it's not like the Attache case or whatever, but definitely more than what Alan Wake 1 had.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week, but you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking. Okay. Let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? What other clues can the body give me?
Okay, so let's start with the wrists.
Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
Okay, fought.
This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy.
The text appeared on him, I'm going to guess post-mortem, but we'll see.
The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up. There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
Uh-huh. They did leave something inside his chest.
Alright. Let's figure out what we're dealing with here. My guess? He's already dead. Somehow.
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
Ritual writing.
Text is smudged. Looks inverted. Heart can't have been marked before removal.
Probably because it was marked before removal.
There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
Unknown cause of bloating, of course. Okay, yep. The tattooing is also rather weird. And the chest trauma would have definitely done the deed. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here.
Oh, man.
No, wait.
What?
Sheriff?
What the hell? Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light. He can't see me in the light.
here, but like, glad that they kept the chapter structure. Gonna have to double check to see if that's copyright music, but I thought I looked it up and thought it was like they said something about having like an in-house band or something, not having like copywritten songs, just because Twitch and stuff can get kind of weird about that shit. Anyway,
There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal, their purpose.
There's one of the pages on the floor.
These pages are important. Breaker dropped one before he disappeared.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster. The autopsy room was a mess, like a bomb had gone off. Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her under the light, lurched past her. The Taken could not see into bright light. The light hurt them, hurt the darkness in them, made them vulnerable. I flick the switch, it goes click. Show me the clicker, lights are off, but somebody's home. Hemingway brought you here, witch. Get out of my house, Nightingale shouted. A wave of terror crashed through Saga's head. The awful truth. Nightingale had no heart in his chest, but here he was, killing a monster. The world had lurched out of balance. You found yourself trapped on the far side of the mirror. Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. He was there too. Nightingale was, but wasn't a Taken, a creature of darkness. He was beyond her reach, where some other strange reality, the dark place, merged with ours. This place and the dark place, a tarp thrown over top, drowning everything beneath it, a flood of darkness, soaking into everything, spoiling it, rotting it. The page called this area an overlap. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult, required precise steps, a ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster before he killed again. Her job. He'd be inside, waiting for her.
interesting. Time to add some stuff to our case board before we might call it for this session, just to like have a good stopping point. Because I thought with the chapter structure they might offer like a brief respite kind of to divide it up, but we might have to play a little bit with that structure if they're gonna jump right back into it like this.
A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve.
Oh, we got more. Okay. It's interesting. We're essentially collecting more of a prediction as it's occurring in order to even progress ourselves. Oh, sweet. I could just play these tracks as I feel fit. I'm going to double check about that soundtrack probably one more time before I like mess around with stuff like this, just in case. But damn, this game's great. Okay, I'm liking this a lot. Anyway, thank you all for catching the start of what I'm sure is going to be a really weird trip, but I'm really, really looking forward to it. We haven't even seen Alan Wake in person. Like, what the fuck? It's great. It's great. Okay, it's weird and all over the place already, but it's so different. It's like how okay, I'll do a little tangent the thing here. So, Alan Wake 1 was like episodic, but like in a much more it had all the drama and the weird stuff going on in the first game's plot. But the way it was so genuine about it back on like the era of the PS3 and 360, it came off as kind of hokey, but like in a good way, where it was so sure of itself and its plot that it would get kind of creepy, but it would never get like nightmarishly scary or anything like that. It just kind of wore its heart on its sleeve with its weirdness, and you played it, you enjoyed each section, and they'd end each chapter with like with a David Bowie song or some shit, and it was awesome. This it's kind of like it's also like a show, but they kind of took it into like more of a true detective angle, I guess. The tone is just that little shift combined with the increased, visual quality, everything. This is definitely going to veer harder into scary shit, and I'm liking it just because of how it's both. It's got everything I was expecting it to have in a way, but it subverts it so far, and I just don't know where the hell else it's gonna go. Anyway, tangent over. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back very soon and talking to Alex Casey here, who doesn't like me shining the flashlight in his face. Okay, no, he doesn't have that sort of thing going, but he's got a constant, like, constipated face going. Yep, that's Alex Casey, all right. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace.